this weekend we binge watched the new Netflix series Troy, the Fall of a City. And us here at JR Reviews, we're huge Greek mythology nerds. So we were very excited about this. We'd recently...
Well, I was excited about the... I first saw the trailer. It seems like it'd be better than the movie.
Yeah, we watched the movie Troy with Brad Pitt and Orlando Bloom.
Oh, I didn't notice that Brad Pitt was in it.
He was Achilles.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, he was the lead.
See, the movie was like so boring.
Yeah, we didn't like it. I liked it better than she did, but
the trailer definitely drew me in of the TV show, but just because it seems like the TV show will be way better than the movie.
Yeah, and it was.
Yes, it was.
Because Troy the movie was sort of like an action type movie. It was like an action movie.
Yeah, and it was very slow. For an action movie.
Whereas this one was sort of more soap opera-y a little bit. And I've read the Iliad, which is what most people will know the story of the Trojan War from.
Yes.
And most people will know it only covers like a very small part of the story. And it's pretty much Achilles throwing a big temper tantrum and learning a lesson.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what happens in the Iliad. And all the exciting stuff like Helen's affair with Paris and them running away together and the whole sack of Troy and the Trojan horse and Troy being destroyed isn't in the actual Iliad.
Yeah.
It's in other.
Although the funny thing is, like, a few scenes of the Netflix series makes you think of the play that was Attack put on, because like the whole Aphrodite and Athena and like Paris choose Aphrodite's awful over Athena's and
the gods are actually in this story.
Yeah,
like you see, because like the story starts, there's this young shepherd named Paris, who you find out is the long-lost prince of Troy.
Yes. And
the three biggest goddesses of Mount Olympus, Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite, offer him a golden apple. They give him a golden apple. And he has to choose one of them to give it to, who's the fairest. And they all give him a bribe. And Aphrodite wins because Paris, being a horny young man, accepts Aphrodite's offer of the most beautiful woman in the world.
Yes, which turns out to be Helen of Sparta.
Yeah, Helen is the queen of Sparta.
Yes.
And Paris finds out that he's the long-lost prince of Troy, and he's taken back with his family, and the king and queen send him to Sparta on a diplomatic mission, which is the story of the Trojan War is one of those stories that wouldn't have happened if the characters weren't a bunch of idiots.
Well, all fairness, Paris and Helen fall in love with each other.
Yeah,
and it's like,
well, I'm getting to that.
I know,
and it's pretty much a whole. It's one of those stories that wouldn't have happened if A, everyone wasn't such an idiot, or B, the gods weren't messing with them.
Yeah, obviously, because if you read mythology, obviously the gods does a lot of messing around with the humans.
Yes, because
we're their toys.
Yeah, and what happens is Paris is sent to Sparta on a diplomatic mission. And that's the first big mistake in the story. Because he's this very cocky, very reckless, very inexperienced young man. And they want to get him used to being a prince and stuff like that, so they send him on this sensitive diplomatic mission, which is not a good idea. And when he's sent to Sparta, you find out that he's there they want to arrange a marriage between him and the princess of Troy. who's named Hermione, which she got a big kick out of.
Yes, because like for two reasons. One, Hermione is the name in Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, and
And I was
two,
like, stop bringing up Harry Potter.
be quiet. And two, I have an ancestor on my dad's family with that name as well. So
Yes.
I really enjoy that.
And Hermione is the daughter of King Menelaus. Yeah, they all have a lot of weird names that I have a hard time pronouncing. Of King Menelaus and Queen Helen. And Paris isn't really interested in Princess Hermione, but he falls in love with Queen Helen.
Oh yeah, big time.
And you get the impression that, it says that Paris is 20, and Helen says that she got married and had her daughter when she was 14.
Yeah.
And let's say that her daughter is 14. She'd be 28, which is 8 years older than Paris. So it's kind of, and the whole mother-daughter love triangle. It's very The Graduate.
Again, that's definitely soap opera because that's what happened on General Hospital.
Yeah, it's extremely soap opera-y.
Oh yeah.
And Paris and Helen fall in love, and she decides to leave her husband and her daughter and not give a shit about anyone else, so she runs away.
I thought you do see later on that she has a conflict with herself.
Yeah, it's a lot of like I did something really stupid, but I'm conflicted about it, and
Yeah, because she's in love with Paris, but at the same time, Sparta was her kingdom.
I know, but like she doesn't give a crap about her daughter,
And yeah,
cause like it's easy to go on the whole super romantic star-crossed lovers thing with
Romeo and
Paris.
Juliet.
With Paris and Helen, but they're really awful people. It's like they're portrayed as sympathetic, or they try to portray them as sympathetic, but they're really just not very sympathetic people because all this horrible stuff happens and a lot of people have terrible things happen to them.
And quite frankly, I think it was kind of stupid to start a war because these two people love each other.
Yeah, but like it's like none of this horrible stuff would have happened if these two weren't a couple of dipshits.
They love each other.
I know, but that's not an excuse.
Well, they just love can make you do stupid things.
Yeah, that's
And
the point.
It's
That's
like
the point.
it makes you think of Romeo and Juliet because even though in Romeo and Juliet the two families already hate each other.
Yeah, and like
but
and,
it made things worse because they were together.
yeah, but
And they end up killing themselves.
yeah, and they didn't start a war where thousands of people died.
No, but still, it's like I just think it's kind of stupid to start a war just because
Yeah,
two
like-
people fall in love. Like that's the whole forbidden love type of thing.
Yeah, and like we've come to the conclusion that her goddess is Aphrodite, so she's they're in love, it doesn't matter. and my goddess is Athena, so I'm on team they're a couple of dipshits who should have kept it in their pants.
You know, it's hard, especially for a guy. Guys tend to be horny at times.
Well,
So
I don't know. It just I don't have any sympathy for them. I don't care if they're conflicted.
I
because
thought at the end I got really upset with Helen at the end.
yeah, because like I don't know. They're really a couple of stupid, unlikable people.
Well, I like Paris more than Helen.
Yeah, because it's like I don't know. It's like Paris is well-meaning, whereas Helen just only thinks about herself.
Yeah.
She tries to pull the whole I'm conflicted thing, but really
Well, I can tell that she was obviously conflicted, but it's like
she doesn't give a crap about anyone but herself.
at the same time.
Yeah,
Yes.
like
She's conflicted, but then she just all she cares about is herself, and she wants to be with Paris. But Paris, I have more of a deep sense that Paris is the one that's truly in love with Helen, while Helen is just with Paris because it's fun.
yeah, and they take the whole we're in love, we want to be free, kind of all that stupid excuse for hurting people and
Yeah.
So, of course, them running off together starts a war. And one of my favorite characters in the Odyssey, I read both the Odyssey and the Iliad. One of my favorite characters is Odysseus, and you see him when you first see him, this is one of the big deviations from the canon, is in the Iliad, Odysseus, the king of Ithaca, is married to Penelope. And when he leaves to go fight in the war, they have a baby son named Telemachus. And when you see Penelope and Telemachus in this series, Telemachus is about 7 or 8. And I first saw them with a baby, and I thought, like, oh, he's a baby in this version, but it turns out that baby is a daughter, so they have 2 children instead of just 1.
Yeah.
And which makes sense because they're shown as being like not like really old, but like not like young kids. So it would make more so sort of judging by the age they are, it makes sense that they have more than just 1 kid.
Yeah.
Because like I think they were like young newlyweds and with a newborn baby when he left, but they're a little bit older in this version.
Yeah.
And one of the scenes that really pissed us off, because well, it's supposed to piss you off because is the Greek fleet that's going to sail to Troy is stranded because there's no winds. And Artemis tells Agamemnon, there's a bunch of different Greek kings, but like Agamemnon is sort of like in charge of all the other kings.
Yeah.
And Menelaus is his brother, Helen's husband. So Menelaus is like, hey, the Prince of Troy stole my wife, so we should get all the other Greeks together and go kick Troy's ass.
Yeah.
And so Agamemnon is told by the goddess Artemis that he has to sacrifice his daughter, Iphigenia. And she got really upset with that.
Yeah.
And Agamemnon is really unlikable. He's the most unlikable character, because like he keeps pulling the I have to sacrifice my daughter card to get people to do what he wants and make excuses for stuff.
Yep.
Like at the end, I'm not having a problem with spoiling this because it's a very old book. It's a very old story, and most educated people know how it ends or should know how it ends. And I'm just gonna say you should have read the book. Yeah, you should know the story. In the end of the story, when Troy is sacked, there's a princess of Troy named Cassandra.
Yep.
And
she can see. She has visions.
Yeah, she's the one that has all the visions of all the bad stuff that's gonna happen, and no one
listens to her.
Yeah, because like that was her curse. And during the sack of Troy, off screen she gets raped, and the king of Troy, Priam, is like, "How dare you Greeks come into my city and rape my daughter and stuff?" And Agamemnon is like, "Don't talk to me about daughters." And like, it's like you didn't have to sacrifice your kid, bro.
Yeah.
You didn't have to do that.
No, exactly. I think, honestly, in my opinion, I respect religions, and it's like, Greek mythology is a huge part of my own beliefs, but I personally believe that it's stupid to sacrifice someone for a god, because no god wants anyone to sacrifice each other.
Yeah, and like,